Hello everyone. I've put together a little guide, a little overview on how to take care of your car so it can take care of you. Taking care of your car begins with taking care of the engine. If you want your engine to last beyond just the warranty period provided by the manufacturer, I'd recommend changing the oil every 6 months or every 5,000 miles, whichever comes first. There are engine oil companies which will say, oh, this oil lasts for 10,000 miles, this oil lasts for 20,000 miles. But how do they know? They don't know which type of engine you have, they don't know which type of driving style you have, they don't know the climate you're in. So I suggest ignoring the oil manufacturers. The owner's manual will have service intervals, but I'd recommend uh, doing the oil changes sooner than when than what the owner's manual states, because the owner manual states the minimum uh, uh, amount of servicing needed to keep the warranty. And when they're thinking of the life cycle of the car, they're thinking of the warranty period. I'd also recommend adding a fuel injector cleaner into the fuel system uh, also every 5,000 miles. This is to keep your injectors clean. This will help your fuel efficiency and also keeping everything clean and efficient. I also recommend checking the oil level at least once a month, particularly on newer cars, because newer engines burn oil. Uh, and to ensure that you don't go below the minimum level, you should be checking your oil level, and if it's low, top it up again with the correct weight of oil. Also, rotate your tires either annually or every 10,000 miles, basically every second oil change. For your fluids, you should be checking the coolant level every month, and if it's below the minimum amount, do not add water to your cooling system. Water in your cooling system will cause rust to develop from the inside. Also, replace the coolant every 3 to 5 years or every 50,000 miles. Coolant over time degrades, like anything, like everything, it oxidizes and it becomes acidic. So you should be changing it every 3 years. Brake fluid should be changed every 24,000 miles. This is because the braking system gets moisture in it. And so you should be changing this every 24,000 miles because you don't want moisture inside your braking system. You should also be changing the transfer case or the differential fluid every 24,000 miles. Again, with the correct spec fluid as per the manufacturer of your car. Also, replace the transmission fluid at every 40,000 miles or every 60,000 kilometers. Uh, Remember, do not flush the transmission. Flushing the transmission can move debris inside the transmission and cause problems. Also, many manufacturers like BMW will say, "Oh, the transmission has lifetime fluid in it." This is very bad advice because lifetime fluid does not refer to lifetime of a human being. It does not mean 80 years or 60 years. Lifetime from a manufacturer means the lifetime of the warranty, which is 5 to 10 years. Actually, 10 years would be very lucky. Uh, if a transmission lasted that with on the original fluid. So you should be changing the transmission fluid every 40,000 miles, and you should be just it should not be a flush. It should just be drain and refill. And again, go to either the dealer or a reputable shop which knows how to do transmission fluid changes, because getting the correct level is very important. Now, to maintain the showroom finish of your car, and ha- and and keep it nice and presentable, I would add paint protection film. It's a little plastic film. in high impact areas: front bumper, headlights, side mirrors, and the rocker panels below the doors. Uh, and I would also add ceramic coating on the non-PPF paint surfaces and the wheels. Some people even add ceramic coating to the underbody of the car, particularly if it's a car they plan on taking on off-road. Uh, Ceramic coating gives a very, very nice deep gloss. It's better than showroom finish to your car's paint, and it only needs to be applied uh, every 1 to 3 years, which is quite a long time. A wax you have to apply every couple of months, but a ceramic coating it can last you 3 years if well maintained, and it gives you nice gloss, very deep gloss, and it helps make washing the car much easier, uh, because everything just slides off so easily and so smoothly. Again, to further protect the exterior of your car, I would also recommend washing the underbody every 3 months, and more frequently if you drive through flooded roads with terrible dirty water, or if you go off road, then you should be washing the underbody more frequently. Um, Also, washing the car, it's not just about keeping the car looking nice, it also helps you maintain the car overall, because you clear any debris from the drains. So a car has lots of drains. It has drains on the sunroof, it has drains in the doors, it has drains everywhere. And if you don't wash the car, those drains can get blocked with sand, with rotten leaves, with all sorts of things, and that floods your car from the inside. So you can have water inside your doors, inside the floorboards of your car, inside the roof of your car, because you don't wash it frequently enough, and all the drains are clogged. Also, when you're washing the car, you, you get to clean all sorts of components of the car. You can clean the radiator, the intercooler, remove again rotten leaves and bugs and all of that stuff. Also, park in a covered shaded space. Protects from the rain, the snow, the sun. UV and heat damage from the sun cause a lot of damage to all sorts of components, both the cosmetic parts like the paint, and also plastic and rubber components inside your engine bay. So again, park in the shade if you can. To protect the interior, get a quality tint. As soon as you get the car, get a quality tint. You don't have to get a dark tint. Ceramic tints from reputable brand like Lumar, 3M, Expel, they can be you can get very, very light tints, which neither you will notice, and nor will any cops notice. Uh, and they do the job. They protect you, the driver of the car, and any passengers from the sun's UV rays, and it also protects the interior. Also, when you're parking in the sun, use a windshield shade. Very cheap. It's like $10 on Amazon, or a gas station. Park the car in a shaded space whenever possible. Clean the interior at least once a month. Keeps it looking nice, and also you don't get dust uh, you're less likely to get dust in your ventilation system. Also, change your AC filter annually. Most manuals will say like 2 3 years, but I say change your AC filter annually, because it keeps your AC and heat system working better, and you also are less likely to develop any bad smells in the interior of your car if you change the AC filter annually. Also, AC filters are quite cheap, and you can change them yourself. They're usually behind the glove box or around that area. Other service items you need to do: spark plugs need to be changed at 100,000 kilometers. It's important to get this done from a professional who knows how to spec them correctly. Change the fuel filter every 80,000 kilometers. Uh, 80,000 and you need to change the timing chains and belts every 100,000 miles, or every 160,000 kilometers. Uh, when you're changing the timing chain or the belt, depending on your car, you should also change the water pump at the same time. In some cars, this may be you might have to do the service before 100,000 miles, uh, just based on a visual inspection of your car. You should also be inspecting your suspension and alignment and change parts as needed. I'm not mentioning a mileage here because there are certain parts of the world where the roads are quite bad and you, these components need to be changed much earlier, and also people have different driving styles. Brake pads as well. Again, measure them and see if they need changing or not. Different driving styles have different wear on those brake pads. Uh, Tires, so you're supposed to change them on tread depth based on tread depth, but even if they have tread depth left, if they're older than 5 years, you should be changing the tires because the rubber degrades. Uh, to know how old your tire is, it will be printed on the tire. It will have the year and the week of the year it's manufactured in. Uh, Oftentimes on a new car, the tires will be older than the car. So if you have a 2020 car, there's a good chance the tires are made in 2019 and they are due for a change if they're older than 5 years. Um, so the wipers that come from the factory are usually rubber wipers, which are not very good and need to be changed quite frequently. So just replace them with silicone wipers you can get from a good gas station or Amazon. And those silicone wipers basically last for years and years and years without needing a change, and they're quite cheap as well. So you should also be lubing or greasing the door hinges and other places where you think it's appropriate, where there is friction. And you can see if you live in a snowy climate where they salt the roads, you should also get rust proofing on the underbody of your car. Um, Other things to remember is be wary of aftermarket modifications. Uh, there are certain cars which are famous for poor aftermarket modification, Jeep Wranglers being one of them, where they'll add big tires, they'll add big wheels, and they'll add a lift kit without changing the steering components. And then there's all sorts of nightmares that people have with Jeep Wranglers because of that. They completely ruin a car, so be wary of aftermarket modifications. Also, read your car's owner manual, but I would recommend having shorter service intervals than as suggested in the owner's manual. But you should still be reading the owner's manual just to gather information about everything. Also, Google your car's common problems. Ideally, you should have done this before purchasing your car. But even if you have the car already, you should be Googling the car's common problems and how to mitigate those problems. Another thing to remember is to use gas stations, which a lot of people go to. Because there are gas stations which might have poorly maintained tanks and have water mixed in to the gasoline. So if a gas station has lots of customers most of the time, it's likely to be better maintained. They're likely doing well, and everything will be better maintained. Also, you'll get fresher gas. Also, you should know which type of gas your car takes and use the correct octane of gas. Also, document the service history of your car. Create a little file and document everything you've done. This will help you remember what you've done and what you need to do in the future. And also, if you plan on selling the car, this will help you get a better price for your car. But I'd recommend, I think people live in a world where everything is disposable, and I think it's just better to take care of things, to buy nice things and then take care of them and use them. instead of just constantly, getting car loans and leases and just just trading it in and then getting another loan and being buried in your loans in loans your whole life. It's better to just take care of things and keep them. Anyways, that's it. I hope you found some information that was useful for you. And if there's anything I forgot to mention here, or you think that that's worth mentioning, you should mention it below in the comments, so everyone can learn here on how to take better care of their car. Thank you.